I died on a rainy Tuesday in October, choking on my own blood as the Tesla I'd been driving hydroplaned off the winding Pacific Coast Highway, straight into the churning Pacific below. The last thing I saw was the dashboard cam footage flickering. My partner, Jake Harlan, in the passenger seat, his hand slipping off the wheel just long enough to seal my fate. It was an accident, he'd say later on CNN, his voice cracking with that fake-ass sincerity that made America eat it up. But I knew better. Even as the salt water filled my lungs, he'd tampered with the brakes, all to bury the secret I'd uncovered about his embezzlement from our startup's coffers. TechRiser was my baby, an AI-driven fintech platform poised for a billion-dollar IPO. And Jake? He was the snake who'd slithered in as co-founder, ready to cash out on my corpse. Then, nothing. Blackness. And suddenly, bam! I'm gasping awake in my old queen-sized bed in my cramped San Francisco apartment, the one I ditched for the penthouse 2 years ago. The alarm clock blinks 6:47 a.m., July 15th, exactly 3 months before the IPO roadshow kicks off. My heart hammers like a jackrabbit on Red Bull, and I bolt upright, staring at my hands, smooth, unscarred, the engagement ring from Jake glinting mockingly on my finger. Holy shit, I'm back. Trung Sin, they call it in those Korean dramas Mom used to binge watch. But this is my do-over, courtesy of whatever cosmic glitch the universe decided to throw my way. And the first thought that rips through my skull? Payback's a bitch, Jake. And this time, you're gonna choke on it. I stumble to the bathroom mirror, splashing cold water on my face, half expecting the reflection to shatter like some bad horror flick. But no, it's me, Raylan Voss, 32 years old, founder and CEO of TechRiser, with the same fierce green eyes and that perpetual bedhead that screams, I built this empire on caffeine and spite. The date on my phone confirms it, July 15th, 2025. The board meeting where I first smelled Jake's rot is tomorrow. In my first life, I'd brushed it off as paranoia, chalked up the discrepancies in the financials to startup growing pains. Big mistake. That naivety got me a one-way ticket to the morgue, labeled a tragic accident, while Jake swooped in as interim CEO, tanking the IPO and pocketing millions in severance from sympathetic VCs. No more. I grab my laptop, fingers flying across the keys as I log into the encrypted server, the one only I have access to, the digital vault where I stashed every backup file from the early days. There it is, Project Phoenix _V 2.3 final.bach. The file everyone ignored, the one with the unredacted audit logs showing Jake siphoning off $15 million through shell companies in the Caymans. In my old timeline, I'd found it too late, emailed it to the board as a Hail Mary, and Jake had spun it as me cracking under pressure. Raylan's been erratic, he'd whispered to the lawyers. The stress of the IPO. You know how it is with these female founders. Sexist prick. But now it's my loaded gun. I spend the morning pacing the apartment, the fog rolling in off the bay like a bad omen. San Francisco's summer chill seeps through the windows, but I'm sweating bullets, replaying every betrayal in high def. Jake wasn't just my co-founder. He was my fiancé, the golden boy from Stanford who'd charmed his way into my heart after that pitch competition in 22. We built TechRiser from my garage in Oakland, me coding the AI algorithms that predicted market crashes better than any Wall Street suit, him handling the business side with that shark grin. The board loved him, all white dudes in their 50s, golf buddies from the peninsula, who saw Jake as their bro and me as the diversity hire who got lucky. Raylan's the brains, they'd say, clapping me on the back like I was a plucky underdog. Jake's the closer to my throat, apparently. By noon, I've got a plan sketched out on a yellow legal pad. Old school, because digital trails are how Jake got me last time. Step 1, play it cool at tomorrow's board meeting. Don't tip my hand. Step 2, dig deeper into that backup file, cross-reference it with the current ledgers. Step 3, find allies. In my first go-round, the board sided with Jake because he fed them the narrative first. This time, I'll plant seeds of doubt, make them question their boy wonder without me looking like the hysterical woman they expect. My phone buzzes, it's him. Jake's text, morning babe. Roadshow prep MTG at 2? Miss you already. Red heart. I stare at the screen, while rising in my throat. In another life, I'd have melted, sent back a heart emoji, and shown up with lattes. Now, I type, running late. See you there. Neutral. Calculating. I hit send, then block his location sharing. Small wins. The afternoon drags as I dive into the code. TechRiser's core is Phoenix, our AI that sifts through terabytes of financial data, spotting anomalies like a bloodhound on steroids. The backup file? It's a goldmine. Line by line, it lays bare Jake's scheme. Fake vendor payments to Harlan Ventures LLC, timed perfectly to inflate our valuation for the IPO. He'd been skimming since seed round, using my trust like a personal ATM. Worse, the file ties him to Victor Lang, the sleazy VC from Apex Capital who'd been pushing for the IPO at any cost. Victor's the one who advised me to ignore the audits, calling it nitpicking. Yeah, nitpicking that could have saved my life. As the sun dips low, painting the Golden Gate in bruised purples, I lean back, pulse racing. This isn't just revenge, it's survival. But doubt creeps in. What if I'm wrong? What if the Trung Sin is a hallucination, some brain tumor from all those late nights? I shake it off, slamming the laptop shut. No time for what-ifs. Tomorrow, I walk into that boardroom not as the sacrificial lamb, but as the wolf in sheep's clothing. The next morning, I suit up in my power armor. Black pencil skirt, crisp white blouse, heels that click like gunshots on the hardwood. The drive to the TechRiser HQ in Soma is a blur of traffic and podcasts. True crime stories about whistleblowers who got crushed. Fitting. I pull into the underground garage, spot Jake's Audi gleaming like a predator's tooth. Deep breath. Raylan, you're not the girl who died. You're the ghost who's come to haunt. The boardroom's a glass box on the 20th floor, overlooking the chaos of the city. The men are already there. Victor Lang, puffing on an e-cig despite the no-smoking sign. Tom Riley, the grizzled ex-Google exec nursing his black coffee, and the rest of the suits, murmuring about stock projections. Jake's at the head, all easy charm, flashing that dimpled smile when he sees me. There she is. Raylan, you look killer today. I force a laugh, sliding into my seat. Flattery gets you everywhere, Harlan. Let's dive in. We run through the slides. Q2 earnings up 300%, user growth exploding, the IPO priced at $28 a share. It's all sunshine until Victor leans forward, his Rolex glinting. One hiccup, those audit flags. Minor, but the underwriters are sniffing around. My gut twists. This is it, the moment I ignored last time. Jake jumps in, smooth as silk. We've got it handled. Just some coding glitches in the legacy system. Raylan's team is on it. All eyes on me. I meet them, calm as a winter lake. Actually, gentlemen, I've pulled the backups. And it turns out, it's not a glitch. I tap my tablet, projecting a sanitized snippet, not the full damning log, just enough to raise eyebrows. Looks like discrepancies in the vendor payouts. Over 5 mil unaccounted for. The room goes pin drop silent. Jake's smile freezes, then cracks. Ray, that's not. Possible error. I cut in, voice steel. But we need to audit it fully before roadshow. No surprises on Wall Street. Victor shifts, eyes narrowing, but Tom nods slowly. Smart call, Raylan. Better safe. Jake's glaring daggers, but I hold his gaze, a secret smile playing on my lips. Round one to me. As the meeting wraps, he corners me in the hall. What the hell was that? You trying to tank us? I tilt my head, all innocence. Just protecting the company, babe. Isn't that what partners do? He storms off, and I exhale, adrenaline surging. The game's on. But as I head to my office, my phone pings, an anonymous email. You think you know? Dig deeper. The real snake isn't who you think. Attached, a photo of me and Jake at last year's gala, but cropped weird, someone else in the shadows. My blood runs cold. Twist already? Fine. Bring it. That anonymous email sits like a live grenade in my inbox all afternoon, taunting me as I sift through more of the Phoenix backups. Whoever sent it knows too much. The timestamp matches the exact hour I found the file in my first life, right before Jake's accident setup. I run a trace. Bounces through VPNs in Estonia and Singapore, untraceable. Pros. But why warn me now? In this timeline, I'm not supposed to know Jack yet. Unless someone's playing their own game. I ignore it for now, focusing on the fire I lit in the boardroom. By evening, Tom's emailed the full audit request to our CFO, neutral territory, but it's momentum. Jake texts a barrage. We need to talk. Don't screw this up for us. I love you, Ray, call me. I let them pile up, unanswered, while I hit the gym in the building's basement, pounding the treadmill until my lungs burn. Sweat clears the head, Mom always said, back when she was alive and dispensing wisdom from her Oakland diner. God, I miss her unfiltered takes on these tech bros. Raylan, that boy's got eyes like a fox in the henhouse. Post-workout shower turns into a strategy session under the steam. Ally up. In my old run, the board picked Jake because he wined and dined them. Yacht parties in the Bay, courtside Warriors tickets. Me? I was the workaholic grinding code at 3 a.m. This time, I need to humanize. I fire off invites. Dinner with Tom at his favorite steakhouse in the Mission, casual drinks with the younger board member, Sarah Klein, the token millennial who'd actually backed me in the early rounds before Jake charmed her socks off. But first, Jake. He shows up at my apartment unannounced, 9 p.m. sharp, bearing Thai takeout and that puppy dog face. Babe, open up. We gotta hash this. I buzz him in, heart stealing as he saunters through the door, all 6'2" of privileged charm in his Henley and jeans that cost more than my rent. He sets the bags down, pulls me into a hug that feels like quicksand. I'm sorry if I snapped earlier. Stress, you know? The IPO's our ticket. Our ticket to hell, more like. I pull back, forcing softness. I get it. But Jake, those numbers. They're off. Badly. His eyes flicker, that microsecond tell I missed last time. Ray, trust me. It's nothing. Victor's guy handled the vendors, some offshore BS. We'll fix it post-IPO, write it off as expenses. There it is, the casual dismissal, the assumption I'll roll over. I play along, nodding as we eat pad CEW on the couch, his arms slung casual around my shoulders. You're right. Maybe I'm overreacting. He relaxes, kisses my temple. That's my girl. Roadshow starts next week. New York, then London. We'll crush it. As he dozes off later, I slip to the bedroom, laptop glowing in the dark. One more dive into the backups. And jackpot. Embedded in the metadata, a hidden thread, emails between Jake and Victor, dated back to 23. Keep her in the dark, Victor writes. She's too idealistic for the real game. Once we're public, we restructure, you take the reins. Rage boils, hot and righteous. But then, that shadow in the photo nags. I cross-reference. Facial rec on the cropped figure pulls up. Sarah Klein. No, wait, it's her assistant. But the angle's from inside the gala tent. Someone internal snapped it. The email sender? I can't shake the feeling it's a ploy, maybe Victor testing loyalties. Or worse, Jake, looping me into his web early. Sleep evades me, so I prowl the city at dawn, coffee in hand from the corner roastery, the streets alive with joggers and Ubers ferrying hungover techies to brunch. San Francisco's pulse matches mine, frantic, unforgiving. I meet Tom at 8 a.m. sharp, the scent of aged ribeye already wafting as we settle into a corner booth. He's old school, salt and pepper beard, eyes that VEscene.com busts and booms. Raylan, straight talk. Those backups worry me. Jake's been cagey about finances since day one. I lean in, voice low. Tom, it's not cagey, it's criminal. I've got logs showing transfers to his personal entities. 15 mil, minimum. I slide over a USB, the full file, password protected with his DOB. He pockets it, face grim. Christ. If this is real, the board's exposed. SEC would crucify us. Pause. Why now? You two seemed solid. Solid as a house of cards. I found it cleaning up for the S1 filing. Jake doesn't know I have the original. Lie, but it lands. Tom nods, sips his bourbon neat. Breakfast of champions. I'll loop in the lawyers quietly. But Raylan, this could get ugly. Jake's got friends in high places. Victor's practically family to half the valley. I know, but TechRiser's mine. We built it clean. He eyes me, respect flickering. All right, watch your back. As he leaves, I feel the first crack in their armor. One down. The week blurs into a frenzy. Roadshow prep, investor calls, me dodging Jake's increasingly clingy vibes. He's ramping up the charm, surprise flowers at the office, late-night strategy sessions that end in bed, where I fake moans and plot his downfall. Guilt nips, but nah, he chose murder over breakup. Still, intimacy's a minefield. Every touch reminds me of the ring I haven't ditched yet. Break it off too soon, he suspects. Too late, I lose the element of surprise. Sarah Klein's my next play. We grab drinks at a speakeasy in the Tenderloin, dim lights and jazz masking the tension. She's sharp, 28, with a pixie cut and tattoos peeking from her blazer. The board's progressive voice, or so she thinks. Raylan, spill. Jake's been venting to me about your paranoia. What's the tea? I sip my old-fashioned, gauging. Not paranoia. Proof. He's been cooking the books, Sarah. With Victor's help. I show her a redacted screenshot on my phone. Enough to hook without doxing. Her eyes widen. Holy shit. I knew Victor was shady. Pushed that diversity clause to look good, but he's all about the exits. But Jake? He's your fiancé. Yeah. The word tastes like ash. She squeezes my hand. I'm in. Whatever you need. Email the full deets. I'll back you to the board. Ally too. But as we hug goodbye, my phone vibrates. Another anonymous ping. Klein's playing both sides. Check her calendar, 7/20. Son of a. I hack in later. Perks of being the coder. And there it is. Lunch with Victor tomorrow. Betrayal déjà vu. Is she the snake? Or is this misdirection? Paranoia is my new best friend by Friday. The roadshow flight to JFK looms. First-class seats Jake booked for us. I pack light, slipping the USB into a hidden pocket. On the plane, he proposes, again, like in the old timeline. Over champagne at 30,000 feet. Marry me for real this time, Ray. After the IPO, we'll buy that vineyard in Napa. The ring's bigger, flashier. I say yes, tears crocodile style, while mentally tallying his lies. He beams, clueless. New York hits like a freight train. Pitch after pitch to hedge funds in glass towers. Schmoozing at galas where billionaires eye us like meat. I shine, demoing Phoenix with flair, landing soft commits from BlackRock reps. Jake handles the glad handing, but I catch him whispering to Victor in corners, their heads bent like conspirators. One night, post-dinner at Per Se, I slip away, hit a cyber cafe in Midtown, old spy tricks from binging Bourne movies. Deep dive, Sarah's emails. Bingo, threads with Jake, dated last month. She suspects. Feed her the glitch story. My stomach drops. Sarah's in on it, the progressive selling me out for equity bumps. Rage blinds me momentarily, but I channel it. Forward the chain to Tom anonymously, with a note. Trust no one but the numbers. Then, back to the hotel, where Jake's waiting, oblivious. I curl into him, plotting. The real unraveling starts in London, our last stop. That's when I drop the bomb. But Sunday morning, over Eggs Benedict in the suite, another email, not Klein. Look at Riley's offshore accounts. Tom's. The ally? My world's spinning. Who the hell can I trust? As the cab races to LaGuardia, Jake's hand on my knee feels like a vice. Excited, future Mrs. Harlan? I smile, venom sweet. Can't wait. London's a fog-shrouded beast, the Thames mirroring my mood as we touch down at Heathrow. The roadshow's crescendo, footsie traders, city bankers, the elite who could make or break TechRiser's $1.20 bill valuation. Jake's on fire, schmoozing with that transatlantic drawl he fakes, while I nail the tech deep dive at a Canary Wharf summit. Whispers follow us. Voss and Harlan, the power couple of fintech. If only they knew the rot beneath the polish. That anonymous leaker's got me twitchy, though. Tom's offshore. I verify en route, routing through a torn node on my tablet. Subtle wires from TechRiser to a Bahamian trust in his name. $2 mil. Timestamp post our last board retreat. Betrayal trifecta. Victor, Jake, Sarah, and now Tom. The whole damn board's a viper pit, circling my empire like hyenas. But why the tip-offs? Someone's puppeteering, forcing my hand. Fine. I'll use it. Our pitch at the LSE goes supernova. Phoenix demos wowing the suits. Soft circles hitting 80% subscribed. Champagne flows at the after-party in a Mayfair townhouse. Crystal chandeliers dripping light on power players. Jake's 3 whiskeys in, arm around me possessive. We did it, Ray. Tomorrow, we announce the pricing. Victor claps him on the back, eyes sliding to me, calculating. Sarah's there too, air-kissing cheeks, her sisterhood bullshit grating. Tom's across the room, nursing a gin, avoiding my gaze. I slip out to the balcony for air, the city sprawl a glittering trap below. That's when the leaker strikes again. Text from a burner. Roof access, now. Come alone. Adrenaline spikes. Trap or truth? I grab a coat, tell Jake I'm jet-lagged, and ghost up the spiral stairs to the rooftop garden. Wind whips, fairy lights twinkling like false stars. A figure waits by the parapet. Not Jake, not Victor. It's Elena, my old college roommate, the quiet engineer I'd sidelined when TechRiser blew up. She quit after seed round. Burned out, but we'd lost touch. Raylan? God, you look haunted. Her hug's fierce, real, no agenda stench. I hacked the servers. Months ago. Saw the transfers. Tried to warn you then, but you ghosted my emails. I pull back, scanning her face. Same freckles, sharper edges now. Elena? Why the games? The photo, the tips. She glances over her shoulder, voice urgent. Jake's onto you. Found my traces. I've been feeding him half-truths to buy time. Pointed him at Sarah to muddy waters. But Tom's clean. That's a plant from Victor. The real play? They're forcing the IPO tomorrow, regardless. Dumping shares pre-bell to crash it, then shorting the stock. You'll take the fall. Founder's instability. My blood ices. The backup file? It's the kill switch. Why help now? Because you saved me once. College. That assault charge the frat boy pinned on you. You perjured to clear me. Her eyes, well, I owe you. Here's the full map. She thrusts a drive. Not just financials, but voice memos. Jake and Victor plotting the accident. Timestamps from last summer. Use it. But careful. Board votes tonight. Emergency call. I pocket it, mind racing. Elena vanishes into the night. A ghost ally. Back downstairs. The party's a blur. I feign a migraine. Cab it to the hotel solo. Jake's furious texts light up. Where TF are you? I ignore, barricading in the suite, decrypting the drive. It's dynamite. Jake's voice, casual as ordering pizza. Breaks are easy. Remote hack through the Tesla app. Clean. Looks like hydroplane. Victor chuckles. Boards yours post-mortem. Pity about the ring. Tears hot, but I choke them down. No time. I compile everything. The backups, memos, traces, into a single, unbreakable dossier. Email it to the underwriters at Goldman, CC&G the SEC whistleblower line. Subject, TechRiser IPO fraud, irrevocable evidence. Then, a personal note to the board, meeting at dawn. Or this goes public at open bell. Sleep? Huh. I pace till 4 a.m., the Thames lapping like accusations outside. Dawn breaks gray as Jake bursts in, face thunder. What the fuck, Ray? Goldman's pulling out, SEC's involved? You're doing? I stand tall, dossier printing whirring. Not mine. Yours. The embezzlement, the crash plan, all of it. His shock morphs to snarl. You crazy bitch. I did it for us. Victor promised. Victor? Or your Cayman's mistress? Elena's drive had that too. Hotel receipts, love notes. He lunges, but I sidestep, grabbing the hotel phone. Touch me, and it's assault on top of murder plot. Security hauls him out, spitting venom. You'll regret this. The board will hear it from me. I arrive at the rented conference room early, coffee bitter on my tongue. They trickle in. Victor slick in Seville Row, Sarah fidgety, Tom confused, the rest murmuring. No Jake. Cops en route, courtesy of my 911. Ladies, gentlemen. I start, voice steady as the drive plays Jake's confession booming. Gasps ripple. Victor bolts for the door. Tom tackles him. Old football reflexes. What the hell is this, Raylan? Sarah whimpers. Justice. I lay it out. The betrayals, the file they ignored, the IPO rigged to ruin. Phoenix wasn't just code, it was truth. And it caught you all. Turns out, Elena's map fingered them all. Kickbacks, insider trades. Tom's clean, but the rest? Complicit. Sirens wail outside. Feds swarm, cuffs clicking. Victor sneers as they Mirandize him. You'll tank the company, Voss. No IPO, no legacy. I smile cold. Watch me. The twist hits post-arrest. Jake's bail hearing, live-streamed from London extradition. He pleads, eyes locked on the camera, on me. Raylan, it was Victor. He forced me. I loved you. Lies, but the courtroom gasp? Priceless. Then, Elena testifies remotely, dropping the affair bomb. Jury eats it up. Charges stick. Fraud, conspiracy, attempted murder. Months grind. Lawsuits, depositions, me holding TechRiser's fort with a skeleton crew. The board's purged. Tom's interim chair, Elena back as CTO. SEC clears us. The file's ironclad. Valuation dips, but rebounds when Phoenix goes open source teaser, drawing ethical investors like flies. IPO day dawns crisp, NASDAQ floor electric. No Jake, no Vipers. Just me, in red power suit, ringing the bell at 9:30 a.m. Shares pop 45% at $32. Confetti rains, cameras flash. Tom hugs me. You did it, kid. Elena winks from the wings. But as I step off the podium, phone buzzes, final leaker text. Well played. Universe owes you one. No sender. Cosmic glitch? Or guardian angel? Doesn't matter. I'm alive, unbetrayed, empire intact. That night, Napa Vineyard solo, wine glass raised to the stars. Payback sweet, but freedom? Sweeter. No ring, no snakes. Just Raylan Voss, Phoenix risen. And if the board's ghosts whisper? Let M. I ignored the file once. Never again.